Hi, I'm Antonio with StopSmokingSuccess.com. Just want to say congratulations on taking the first step to becoming a non-smoker. Way to go. Now this technique that I promised you, we're going to dive right into it in just a second. It's an extremely effective technique for stopping cravings for cigarettes, not to mention food, stop negative emotions, etc. I actually learned this technique a few years ago from a therapist. So the technique, the basic gist of it, there's 4 parts. The first part, you're going to ask yourself what's known as a scaling question in therapy and counseling. Scaling question is to assess how bad the situation, the craving is. It's basically on a scale of 1 to 10, how intense is this craving? The next part is a part we're going to be tapping different points along the body. There's 7 points that run about here down to here. And while you're doing that, you're going to be saying certain affirmations. And then at the end, right after you do that, you're going to grab your wrist and you're going to say the words peace. This will make sense in a little bit. When you do, I'm going to help you set up an emotional trigger known in therapy as an anchor. So when you squeeze this and you say peace, it'll bring feelings of peace in your body. I know it probably sounds a little woo-woo, but just hear me out. And then while you're doing that, you're going to do something known as a future pace, which is basically imagining what a future situation would be like with having different resources where you normally would have smoked or had a craving. So in order for this to work properly, we need to create this emotional trigger. So I need you to get into a comfortable position. Don't listen to this while you're driving. Bad. So you have to close your eyes. So I want you to just go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to think of a situation where you felt extremely peaceful and extremely calm. And since this is in your imagination, I'm not sure if it's indoors or outdoors. And I'm sure that no matter if you're indoors or outdoors, there's some kind of light. It might be an artificial light, it might be a natural light, it might be sunlight, it might be moonlight. You might be there by yourself, or you might have others in this situation. And if you're having a hard time creating a situation, imagine what it would be like. Just allow your mind to wander. Just go ahead and take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. And just inhale. And exhale. And just allow your mind and your body to kind of settle in. Almost like after a nice long day of heavy work, where you can sit down, everything, you kind of just, that's right, just settles down. Now as you're doing this, I'm curious about something. I'm curious about if this feeling, these feelings of peace, tranquility, calm, if they had a color, what color would it be? That's right. And since this is your imagination, I have no idea. And if you're having a hard time figuring out what color it would be, just allow your unconscious now to bring a color. Or you can even ask yourself, or have a mindset of, you know what, let's have a game, make an experiment. If this feeling had a color, what color would it be? Now, what I want you to do, I want you to imagine you're still in this imagination, and I want you to imagine you're surrounded by a bubble of this color, like an energy or a mist or a fog of this color. And just imagine you're breathing it in through your nose, and just maybe even imagine that all your pores are kind of sucking this feeling up, as if you were a plant that's been deprived of water. And maybe it's like a desert where it finally rained and the plants are just soaking up all that water. It's like a cactus just soaking all this water up. And I'm sure some parts of your body might feel a little more peaceful and more tranquil than other parts of your body. And this is a good sign. This is basically a sign that your unconscious now recognizes the parts of you that need it the most. And it can allow other parts of your body to start feeling this a little bit more. Now in a moment, but not yet, in a moment you're going to take your right hand, you're going to grab your left wrist, just make a little squeeze, and you're going to just say the words peace. I want to associate with these feelings. Now in a couple of moments I'm going to count from 1 to 3. When you get to 3, you're going to open your eyes, you're going to feel nice and refreshed. We're going to try something fun. So 1, 2, 3, open your eyes and just kind of stretch it out. Now what I want you to do, I want you to go ahead and just take your right hand. I almost had to forget what hand it was. Take your right hand, grab your left wrist, and just say the words peace. And just, that's right, and just notice those feelings can come flooding back. Or I could be wrong, they might kind of come like a washing over your body, or like a seeping in, however you perceive it. If this isn't as strong as you'd like it to be, if you'd like the feelings to be even more intense, go ahead and listen to this part of the video again. Listen to it as many times as you need to really make this association where you squeeze this wrist and just say peace even stronger. You're really going to love how this incorporates to the rest of the techniques. You're going to be completely blown away and super peaceful. So whenever you're done creating this emotional trigger, we'll see you in the next video.